Dear friends, today we are going to discuss a very important theme of substance use, abuse, dependence in workplace setting. Why we have selected workplace setting? Because this is getting wide day by day, whether it is industry, construction, transportation or any other sector, BPO or IT industry. We are facing this problem in one way or another. What are the objectives we have? The focus on alcohol and substance abuse problems in work setting. Then we have the another parameters, cost of alcohol and other drugs. When employees are taking these drugs, what would be the cost to employers, those organizations, those enterprises, what cost they would bear. Then the third point would be on focus on policy and programs of an organizations, how to develop these programs, how to implement these programs, what sort of guidelines to be followed. This would be covered under this. Then in the last we are going to cover some of the primary, secondary and tertiary prevention programs which has been carried out and how to be carried out. This would be discussed in this. Alcoholic beverages emerged a key psychoactive substances in working setting and in other settings also. So, the focus would be on alcoholic beverages. Altering affected scene has been affected every part of society, industry, transportation, construction, BPO, IT and other service sectors. So, it is not confined to a single sector. The changing is affected and one can witness all these changes in surrounding of these industrial townships, industrial workers, other workers, IT hub and that we are going to discuss. In national survey carried out by All India Institute of Medical Sciences, sponsored by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, the report reported 5.7 crores harmful or dependent alcohol users in the country. That is 5% of total population, and out of them 73 fall in the age group of 15 to 35 years. Drug use, abuse impacting working production in a significant way. Why we are discussing today rationale of workplace intervention. Impact of alcohol and other drug use being recognized in workplace settings. Negative impacts to enterprises via accidents, absenteeism, lost productivity and health cost. And there are so many negative consequences occurring on account of taking alcohol and other drugs. Generally we call it AOD. Why we are reaching to them? This is a specific population and can be reached through various programs, whether it is a curative, preventive, health and welfare programs. If you are implementing, we are doing some sort of intervention in work settings. There are chances of effective monitoring is possible in work settings. Linkages of work conditions to use of alcohol and drugs. There are various studies have been conducted in this field, and according to these studies, availability of alcohol and drugs at work or in surroundings is a big factor. So, number one, availability and in and around these settings. If you go to any industrial setup, you would find large number of alcohol sales outlet. Availability of alcohol and other drugs at workplace or in surroundings is an important factor. Then when person is getting money, social pressure to drink or to use drugs at work. There would be core group, peer pressures would be there, and they would engage in taking alcohol or other drugs. Then nowadays in work setting there is a lot of work related stress and strain. They are not stress free, so one of the agent they would take it for psychoactive substances, and what they believe that it would be stress reliever. Then if person is traveling a lot, separation from the normal social or sexual relationships, he might indulge in these sort of AOD, alcohol and other drugs. Then other causes of drug in work setting is employed on automated or monotonous task. There would be loss of frustration, in low job satisfaction also. Then when person is seeing that there is a poor promotional prospects, he might indulge in these psychoactive substances. Then having low self-esteem, I am lost, there is no respect for me. So all these factors may contribute to use of alcohol and other drugs. Then in work setting are chances of social isolation due to shift work or precarious employment and possibility of unemployment also, that could be one of the factor. Then some studies find lack of supervision or changing of working team also may give stress, and they might indulge in these sort of psychoactive substance use. Further, it is not only use, but long term abuse or dependence may produce many sort of problems. Like person is intoxication, he has taken drugs or he has taken alcohol, and visual sign would be most accidents, disruptive behavior, impaired memory and reduced coordination. So my dear friends, when person is intoxicant, he can be recognized through many visual signs. Then with regular use, liable to result in problems even in small quantity. It is not necessary that he would take in large quantity, but he is a regular user. And what sort of problems he would face at that point of time? Financial, health difficulties, family life, regular work and attendance also. Then when person has reached dependence, what we call alcohol dependence syndrome or drug dependence syndrome, more than one symptoms when appear, this may level may be minor to severe friction with co-workers. Teamwork would be spoiled. He might not work as a team worker. He might try to work alone or not part of that team, and it would affect the co-workers also. Then he may disobey supervisor. There may be problems with supervision with this person. Then shoddy workmanship and accidents chances are there. These things can happen with light drinkers, moderate drinkers and dependent also. What is the work related cost? Many studies have been conducted in this field, and I am highlighting a few of the losses occurring on account of alcohol and drug intake. One study suggests 40% of all accidents are occurring on account of AOD. That is, if suppose there are 100 such accidents in a given year, in a given area, then around 40% of all accidents could be attributed to alcohol and drug use. And when person is taking on regular basis, the probability or vulnerability increase to 2 to 3 times higher among regular users. Then 20 to 25% of all accidents happen under intoxication, and the result is he might injure himself or he might injure others. Then job fatalities may be loss of life or morbidity or mortality, 15 to 30% related to AOD. So, there are many studies have been conducted and there is a clear case of loss of lives. Then increased workers compensation premium, when through insurance coverage they would get almost 3 times more. Then reduced work rate and poor quality of work because of intoxication or hangover. Then there are signs of increased sickness and absenteeism also. This is the one of the study I am quoting. They have found many such work decrease in work performance. Reaction time gets decreased. He might be able to control the situation. Suppose he is operating some machines, that reaction time may be decreased, he may not be able to control at that point of time, and there might be accidents or some other happenings. Similarly, motor coordination performance would decrease. Brain and hands or other parts performance may affected by taking alcohol or other drugs. Then there is a vision problem, emotional and mood altering is there, and it would affect the learning process. If new skills are being learnt, it may affect. Then overall it may affect memory also. And basically after a long time, intellectual performance is being affected in this respect. Then what are the first signs for the management? How they can recognize this? Sickness, hangover, hand tremors. He is not able to handle 1 cup of tea or a glass of water. So, slight hand tremors would be there. Then he might avoid companies, bad timekeeping, then physical and psychological problems, impaired judgment and accidents, belligerence. I am the right person, I am the boss, you do not have right. So, this belligerence behavior may be manifested at that point of time. For co-workers, after affects the team task. Suppose they are in assembly line, so whole assembly line or workers of 10, 20, 30 or even hundreds may be affected. So, affecting team task, bad work relationship, he may not be develop cordial relationship, always grumbling, always blaming and always pointing something or others. So, bad work relationship may happen at that point of time. May lead to disputes, grievances, lost time and productivity. For the employer, overall, what would be the cost? There would be cumulative effects, and studies shows it is a substantial actual and hidden cost to the employers. If suppose out of 100 workers, 5 or 10 are using AOD, so overall if we calculate the cost, production loss and other means to substantiate that, it would be a lot of substantial actual cost and hidden cost would be there. And for the family and society, there would be negative impact greatest for the family. Loss of job, income, strained relationship, child neglect and broken marriages. There would be dysfunctioning in the family. Family environment scale, if we adopt, that would be at the lower stage. So, it is not only affecting the index person, but it is affecting the family as a whole. Which sectors are affected? According to ILO 2003 report, a few identified groups: managers, sales staffs, physicians, lawyers, bartenders entertainers work in unsupervised situations, suppose long distance drivers, they are going to 2000 kilometers away from the workplace, then no supervision is there and they might indulge in alcohol and other drugs. Traveling salespersons or any persons traveling from one place to another, he may likely to have used alcohol or other drugs. Then work under extreme conditions in mining industry, construction work, transportation or service provider, they are facing lot of problem and they are vulnerable to use of alcohol and other drugs. And there is another category now which are emerging, work round the clock across different time zones in call centers. Person is sitting in one metropolitan cities, but he is working for New York, European countries or Tokyo or some others. So, whenever these BPOs are working, there would be stress and different time zones call centers would call the stress and strain, and they might indulge in alcohol and other drugs. Then there are a lot of information technology services, hubs are emerging and they are employed well, getting a good salary, and there are equal chances that these IT sectors personnel may indulge in alcohol and drugs. Then how to manage these problems? I have taken a few policy matters in this regard. Steps in policy, AOD prevention part of health and safety measures. So, whenever in any organization, in any working setting, there is health care is there, safety measures are there. So, one can involve work setting use of alcohol and other drugs. So, whenever we have got an opportunity and we are extending our health and safety policy measures, there are equal chances of developing work intervention setting for drugs and other drugs also. Drugs, health and safety versus guarantee confidentiality and job security. Management should be clear about when they are formulating a policy regarding drugs. Identification, then how it would be materialized and how it would be implemented, and there must be a guarantee of confidentiality and job security. Suppose you are doing something and you are identifying those alcohol and other drug users, your employees first chance would be that there would be no confidence that, sir, I am this doing it, but I might lose my job. So, from that angle you have to see, whenever you are formulating a policy on drugs, health and safety, there must be guarantee of and confidentiality and job security. Otherwise, your program may get flop. Then company promotion of drug and alcohol safe workplace. There is a lot of stress, long working hours, and persons are indulging in alcohol intake or other drug intakes. So, the best policy would be promotion by the company on drug and alcohol safe workplace. Declare your workplace safe. So, part of drug free environment, how it would be implemented through a action team, top management, union leaders and relevant functionaries remaining a core team for implementation. It is not just supervision, it is not just identification of the problem, but it is part and parcel of that team. It is a core team working in this direction, and why they are working? For their welfare and for their health. So, that should be the emphasis, and one core action team should be there for every organizations in this respect. Then focus on prevention, treatment and rehabilitation. There are three types of prevention: primary prevention, secondary prevention and tertiary prevention. Under tertiary prevention, those who are showing sign of alcohol dependence or drug dependence and they require external help. So, that would be the tertiary prevention. For primary prevention, people may not start or workers may not indulge in any sort of alcohol or drugs. Then secondary prevention would go for identification of such groups. So, mechanism for coordination, external interactions and linkages, because these workers are part of society also. Suppose they are 12 hours they are spending in working conditions. So, 12 hours they are spending outside also. So, there should be a good interaction of workplace and society where they are living. So, it is just not a one activity inside the factory or inside the organization. This should be linked to other activities in neighborhood and outside. Intervention can be done through GO, NGO, voluntary groups or company staff. Sometimes people ask, we are only 10 people short of staff, what we can do? Our advice would be involve others also. You are not alone. So, there would be many government agencies, there would be non-government organizations or voluntary organizations in your area, then there would be voluntary groups, a significant others, or company staff itself can be engaged in that. So, it is a wide comprehensive approach. It is not just restricted to users or workers who are using drugs. It is a wide interaction between users and his social environment also. There are so many other agencies working in this area and you can take help, you can refer them. There was one program developed by ILO, UNODC, Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and this program was known as Community Development and Workplace Intervention Programs 2002. Under these programs, lot of efforts were made to engage society and over 8,000 workers were reached and 400 staff forms the enterprising team. They were trained to assist various aspects of workplace initiatives. ILO has taken a lot of big steps in this regard. They have formulated guidelines how to work for these workers. Those who are taking alcohol and other drugs, ILO guidelines are available and this program was started in 1995. Whatever the policy formulation would be there, please refer to ILO guidelines also. What sort of action plan to be taken by the organization? Identifying an employee who may have a drug or alcohol related problems, intoxication, regular use or dependence. So, management should be clear what stage it is. It is just use or abuse or person has reached to dependence stage. So, we use three terms: use, abuse and dependence. When person is showing dependence, there will be lot of syndromes associated with it. With single symptoms, we can't identify that way. So, and how to get all these information from medical records, voluntary discussions, disclosures, union leaders help and supervisors help. Immediate supervisors can give lot of feedback in this respect. It is part of the policy of the employer, organization, how to identify. There are other ways to identify habits and mood state, absent from work, accident, record and work performance. The immediate supervisor would know that this person was working very well, but nowadays there is a loss of interest, he is not performing well and his performance is going day by day. Why it is happening? So, immediate supervisor or the chief could recognize this sort of change in working habits or working style, and this could be physical evidence, but all employees won't be drug dependents. According to ILO, we have identified 3 zones. One would be in red group, like a traffic signal. Treat and rehabilitate the persons in red zones. There can be 5 to 10% of such employees. Then yellow light, amber, to bring the amber zone people in green zone. The effort should be those who are falling in the amber zone or yellow light, they must come to the green, not going to the red. There are 70% who are falling in green zones. There would be 10 to 20 who is falling under amber light, or only 5 to 10% who would fall under red zones. So, for green zones, the message would be hold the employees intact in green zone through educational programs, through counseling, training, improving working relationship, working friendly. Supervisory staff must take into consideration. Then training of supervisors and others, 1 to 3 days training or orientation programs could be developed. This would be basically how to recognize a drug user, abuser or dependent, and what are the channels available for further welfare or further help or external help. There might be some people who might go to hospitals or other detoxification centers for treatment, but others may not require. Just it is educational aspect that could be provided to them. Prohibition, restrictions of availability of alcohol and other drugs. Local administration, enforcement, NGOs are available for this purpose. So, improvement in working conditions, reward and recognition also. Once you have identified that person or employee, you do not leave them. Take them to treatment centers, welfare centers and other activities, and for those who are remaining in green zones, give rewards and recognition also, or those who are alcoholics or drug dependent persons get the right treatment and now they are drug free, that recognition should be there, reward should be awarded to them. Then improvement of health, well-being and general standard of living conditions. Yearly review and reassessment of strategy, that is must. Whenever there is an action plan is there, core team has been formed, what we are going to do? Yearly review and assessment of drug problems, what steps we have taken and what further steps to be taken up. There is a conclusion. What sort of action plan would be? Formulation of comprehensive assistance programs, education, awareness, sensitization, training, reaching out to problematic and posters, other educational material could be utilized. Then of course counseling and treatment also. A comprehensive assistance programs could be developed in that respect, and employees assistance program could also help in that respect. There can be self-help groups, use of cultural events, employees associated with cell, locating resources. Then in follow-up, prevention, relapse prevention, management, monitoring and evaluation is must. There might be chances of detoxification when withdrawal symptoms are over, person is free from drug, but after 2-3 months there may be relapse. So, relapse prevention management you must know. What are the lapses? Relapses are occurring in this field, then monitoring and evaluation would be part of this follow-up. With fast industrialization, infrastructure development, migration, opening of the new enterprises, workplace intervention played a significant role. And besides organizations' policy and programs, regional network of NGO, employees assistance programs and CSR play a significant role. So, today we have discussed this problem, and I am quite hopeful that you would get success. And Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment is equally expanding this program at district level also. So, this sort of coordination would be required from your part, and you would be part of this program. So, thank you very much.